Hello Andy, hi, welcome. So welcome to online classes. Today we are discussing about joint venture accounts and become there is a financial accounting too in that subject. This is the topic of joint venture accounts. So let us today discuss about joint venture accounts. So from this video we can learn objectives. Number 1, define and explain the term joint venture. Number 2, essential features of joint venture. And number 3, difference between joint venture and consignment. Number 4, what the advantages or benefits of joint venture. Moving to the definition. Here it is the definition. A joint venture is a temporary partnership of two or more persons engaged in any particular business adventure of enterprise of short or seasonal duration. When two or more persons join together to carry out the specific temporary or seasonal business venture or share the profits and losses on the agreed basis, it is called a joint venture. Here we have to understand that a joint venture is temporarily partnership two or more persons in business. Then they can, when they got profits or loss, they shared agreed basis, that called joint venture. Generally it is temporary business, seasonal business. Next, moving to the next, essential features of a joint venture. It is formed by two or more persons and the purpose is to execute a particular venture or project. No specific firm name is used for the joint venture business. It is of a temporary nature, hence the agreement regarding the venture automatically stand terminated as soon as venture is completed. The co-ventures share profit and loss in the agreed ratio. However, in the absence any other agreement between the co-ventures, the profit and loss are to charged equally, to be charged equally. Next, so difference between joint venture and consignment. So here number 1, parties. In joint venture, parties to the agreement are known as co-ventures, while in consignment they are termed as consignor and consignee. So this is the difference between joint venture and consignment. Here in joint ventures we can use co-ventures parties. Here in consignment termed as consignor and consignee. Next, moving to the number 2, compensation. Co-ventures are the partners in the venture and share profits and losses of the venture, where as consignee is never a partner. Consignee gets his commission for acting as an agent for consignor. Here compensation in joint venture, co-venture are a partner. he can share profit as well as loss also. But in consignment, consignee never share his profit and loss. He can take his commission only, get his commission only. Next, moving to the third one, relation. Each co-venture is partner as well as the agent of other co-ventures, whereas consignee is the agent of his principal. That means consignor. Here, a relation between partners in joint ventures, that means co-ventures, they are all co-ventures as well as a agent for other co-venture. But in consignments, consignee is a agent for his consignor, not he is a partner. So relation between consignment parties are principal and agent. Let's continue. Termination. Number 4, relation of co-ventures comes to an end when venture is completed, whereas relationship of consignor and consignee continues until the terminated by parties. So here in termination means in the joint venture comes with the when venture is completed, when work is completed, when the seasonal is completed, the relation is terminated. Where in consignment, consignor consignee continues until terminated by parties. Investment. Number 5, co-ventures usually contribute towards the capital of venture in the form of money and material, but consignee does not contribute towards a capital. In joint venture, there are co-ventures, they usually contribute towards capital for the venture, but in consignment, consignee does not contribute any capital because he is only agent for his principal. Next, moving to the 6th one, rights. Co-ventures enjoy equal rights as partners, but consignee, here co-ventures enjoy the equal right partners, but consignee only acts an agent only. Next, moving to the continuation, ownership. Co-ventures are the owners for their venture, but in consignment, consignor is the owner, not the consignee. Here in joint venture, all are the owners for their venture, but in consignment there is no owner, only owner is consignor. The consignee is not owner, just he is a, previously we discussed, he is an agent. Next, going to the next, advantages and disadvantages of joint venture. Advantages. First one, sufficient resources. Since two or more person pool their resources, there is sufficient capital available. So in joint venture, the advantage is sufficient resources are available. There are so many co-ventures are there, so we can sufficient capital is available. Next, moving to the next, ability and experience. In joint venture, the different ventures may be having different skills and experience, the benefit of their common wisdom will be able to the venture. Here is when a work is completed, the joint venture is closed. So like so many joint ventures we can having, that's why we can gain different skills, different experience. So finally we got some wisdom available in ventures. So moving to the next, spreading in of risk. Spreading in of risk. The co-ventures are agreed to share the profits and losses in the particular ratio. The implies that the risk is also borne by them in the ratio. So here risk we can share the co-ventures. That is the advantage when there is a risk in the venture. When the co-ventures are available in the joint venture, so they can easily share losses. So risk is less in the joint venture. So moving to the next, diversification. Diversification of business by producing new products or new area of business, increased productivity and greater profits. So this is diversification. We can new type of products we can manufacture, so then we can get good profits. So moving to the disadvantages. Number one, it take time of efforts to form the right relationship, so between two co-ventures. Number two, the objective of each partner may be differ. The objective needs to be clearly defined and communicated everyone involved. Number three, imbalance in the share capital, expertise, investment, etc. maybe cause friction in between the partners. And number four, difference in the culture and style of business lead to poor to cooperation. Number five, lack of assuming relation responsibility by partners may lead the collapse of business. Number six, lack of communication between the partners may affect the business. So these are the disadvantages. Moving to the next, joint venture journal entries. We have to understand this. So here there are two methods in which joint venture accounts can be kept. These are, number one, where no separate books are kept to record joint venture transactions, and number two, where separate set of books is kept to record the transactions. So here moving to the next, when separate books are not kept. When it is not possible to maintain separate set of books for joint venture transactions, each party will use his ordinary business books for recording such transactions. Each party will open a joint venture account and the accounts of other parties in his books. Suppose A and B enter into a joint venture, then A will open joint venture account and also an account of B in his books. Similarly, B will open his books, a joint venture account and the account of A. The following journal entries are made when separate books are not kept. So continuing, number one, when goods are purchased and money is spent in joint venture by any partner. If any partner purchased goods, then we can write this journal entry joint venture account data to cash or seller's account. Next, number 2, when expenses are incurred on the joint venture account to cash account. Number 3, when expenses are incurred by the other party, joint venture account to other party's account. Number 4, if any advance is received from other party, say in the form of bill of exchange, then we can write bills receivable account data to other party's account. Next, moving to the next, number 5, when goods bought on joint venture accounts are sold, cash or purchase account data to joint venture account. Number 6, when goods are sold by co-partner and on being informed on sales, partner account data to joint venture account. Next, moving to the next, 7th one, when money is received on joint venture, bank or cash account data to joint venture account. Next, number 8, if money is received by other parties on the account of joint venture, other parties account data to joint venture account. Number 9, if any special commission is received on the account of joint venture account data to commission account. Next, continuing the 10th one, if any special commission is received on account of joint venture account data to commission account. And number 11, if any commission is available to other parties, joint venture account data to other parties account. Next, number 12, sometimes some goods are left unsold and one of parties taken them, the entry will be purchase account data to joint venture account. So continuing the 13th one, if goods are taken by the other party's account data to joint venture account. Number 14, now joint venture account will be shown profit and loss account. The profit will be divided in the agreed proportions. The entry is joint venture account to profit and loss account to other party. So here it is another one, when separate books are kept. Under the method we can discuss, under this method the separate joint bank account is opened, the amount contributed by each partner